Is the real estate market crashing in Tampa, Florida? Is it even a good time to buy or sell here? In this video, we're digging into everything you need to know about what the heck is happening in Tampa Bay real estate right now. And most importantly, we're talking about what you should do about it. So if you're looking to buy or sell in Tampa Bay, or if you're just curious about what's going on in the market, then this video is for you. By the way, I'm Shae Green with Impact Realty Tampa Bay. If you have any further questions about the Tampa Bay real estate market, go ahead and shoot me a text, give me a call, or an email. So as a real estate agent, I often get asked, how's the market? Is it a good time to buy? Is it a good time to sell? And honestly, the answers to those questions are quite complex. So I'm breaking it down in this video and kind of just sharing what the Tampa Bay real estate landscape is like in summer 2024. So I want to start by saying that it's super easy in real estate to kind of just have a short-term memory and forget about the overall long-term cycles of real estate. So in the very short term, the Tampa Bay market has been a crazy hot, crazy competitive market. I think we were the #1 market in the country in 2022, and we've just consistently been the top market for a couple years in a row. Now that things are cooling down a little bit in Tampa, it seems like the sky is falling and that the market is crashing when really we're kind of just coming back to a more normalized, a more balanced market. So let's actually look at the graphs. So these graphs show the data in Tampa Bay for the past several years, and you can see there's 3 graphs here. The top orange one is the closed sales. So those are the number of homes that have sold in Tampa Bay in that particular month and year. The green one is going to be the median sell price, so how much these homes are selling for. And the blue is the inventory. So that is the number of homes that's currently on the market in that month and year. If we're looking at the orange graph first, you can see that during the pandemic, the closed sales were quite high, especially in 2020, 2021. They started decreasing a little bit in 2022 and 2023. But you can see as we're going into 2024, that we're still closing a lot of transactions. There's a lot of sales still happening in the market, and we're trending more towards the pre-pandemic levels. So again, more of a balancing of the market. Let's look at the green graph. The price of homes is just not increasing as quickly as it was in the middle of the pandemic, and especially in 2022. And the last graph is what I think is the most interesting. So that's the blue graph, the inventory. So the number of homes that are actually for sale on the market. And everyone's been saying there's so much inventory and it's gonna cause prices to completely crash. But really what we're seeing, if you look at the data, is that we're back to pre-pandemic levels of inventory. So again, the past several years during the pandemic and post-pandemic were an anomaly in the real estate market, and we're kind of just getting back to that more balanced and normal market. Overall, as someone that is on the front lines of the Tampa Bay market on a day-to-day basis, we're really just seeing things stabilize. Homes that were overpriced are having price reductions now because buyers are not overpaying like they used to a couple years ago. Properties are not going under contract in a couple days in cash. We're just not seeing that like we used to because again, the past couple years were more of an anomaly. And I also want to note that I'm talking about the Tampa Bay market overall, but it is still very property by property. There are some properties and some neighborhoods that we know the homes are going to sell very quickly in. We just had a property that went under contract in about 3 days, which is really, really quick. So it really depends on kind of the sub-market and the property. Let's talk about what you should do about it. So if you are a buyer right now, this is honestly one of the best times to be a buyer in the past several years. For once, as a buyer, you can actually breathe a little bit. You're not competing with 10 offers. You're not competing with tons of cash offers typically. So you're able to get more seller concessions. There's a little bit more wiggle room, and you just have a lot more opportunities as a buyer. So I know interest rates are high, so you definitely don't want to overstretch yourself with your mortgage payment, but if you can buy now, it is absolutely a great time to buy. There's a quote by Warren Buffett that I keep thinking about during times like this, and that's to be greedy when others are fearful and fearful when others are greedy. So right now, a lot of buyers are kind of scared off by high interest rates, but that means that if you're a buyer that's willing to work with that, then you have so many opportunities in the market right now. But when interest rates decrease and all of a sudden everybody's buying, that is not a time to join the masses and also buy, because competition will be so much higher. And here's what you should do if you're a seller. First off, hire a great realtor. Of course, I'm gonna put a shameless plug in here, but one thing that we implemented last year is we completely redid our marketing strategy, and we now have a 12-step marketing plan. So we put a lot of time and money into marketing your property. We position it as a category of one, show off the unique features. We run paid ads on your property across a variety of platforms. We make sure the neighbors know about it, generate a lot of buzz around your property to really secure those offers. Another thing that I highly recommend to home sellers right now is to not overprice your home right out of the gate. I understand that it can be really tempting because your neighbor may have sold their home last year or a couple years ago and it went way above asking price, had a ton of offers. The market is obviously different now, so it's super important to work with your realtor and come up with a strategic pricing strategy so that your home is not sitting on the market for months and months on end. So the last question I want to answer is, are prices going to completely crash? Obviously, we don't have a crystal ball, so we can't predict with absolute certainty what's going to happen in the real estate market, but we think there's a little bit of a slight correction that we're seeing right now, and we're just so used to the crazy market during the pandemic that it feels like prices are crashing, but that's not the case. We're really just stabilizing and correcting a little bit to a more balanced market. So if you are looking to buy or sell right now, please reach out. We'd love to chat about the different strategies that you have available to you in this market. Thank you so much for watching. See ya.